One of the most intimidating athletes in the world right now is UFC fighter Khamzat Chimaev.
Everybody, I come here for everybody, kill everybody, I'm the champ,
He's tough, disciplined, and always has that intense, unbreakable look in his eyes. There's a lot we can learn from him, so in this episode, we're breaking down 6 lessons from Khamzat on how to become intimidating and someone that others don't want to mess with. Not so you can be intimidating all the time, that'd be stupid, but so you can become someone that others respect and won't take advantage of.
He said his right hand breaks mountains.
He's got it. Whatever that thing is, he's got it.
I'm like, this motherfucker sound like he's in Gladiators and shit.
If you're new around here, my name's Ben, and this is where I break down the best lessons from warriors and philosophers, covering the non-obvious things that they do to succeed. I don't have a PhD, but I study these people nonstop, and I train Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu as well. Enough about me though, let's get into the video. The first thing we can learn from Khamzat about intimidation is he has slow, non-reactive movements. He makes strong eye contact with his opponents. He has relaxed body language. He doesn't flinch when people get close to him. Partly, these come from confidence in his abilities as a fighter, but a big part of it comes through practice, which means it's something we can all develop. In the animal kingdom, it's what's known as predator movements versus prey movements. Prey animals are jerky, tense, and run at the first sign of danger. Predators are relaxed, slow, and can take their time because they know no one can hurt them. You can build these traits too. Keep your movements relaxed and slow. Practice strong eye contact, take deep breaths in tense situations, and open up your body language. All of these signal that you have a high level of self-confidence. Intimidation isn't just about the look, it's about ability. At the end of the day, you have to have the skills to handle yourself in an altercation, either verbal or physical.
When you were living in here, were you like I'm gonna be the best, it's only a matter of time? Like, or were there nights where you were like, well, am I doing the right thing? Like, did you ever wonder?
Yeah, well, I was believing myself and believing what I do. And my coach, he said to me from day one, you just do what I say to you. If you do that, you're gonna become better than everyone.
You can fake it till you make it all you want, but there's a level of confidence that others can sense in you when you have the ability to hurt someone in an altercation. Now, this doesn't mean that you actually hurt them. We always want to avoid that, but you should be able to. And if you're able to, then you usually never have to. That's one of the reasons that I'm a big proponent of people lifting weights and training martial arts, as well as learning to speak well and write well. If you have those skills, then there can be consequences when people wrong you. Because of that, they rarely do. It's the same thing that Jordan Peterson says here.
And so, like, one of the things I tell young men, well, and young women as well, but the young men really need to hear this more, I think, is that you should be a monster. You know, because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. You know, you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all of that. It's like, no. Wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
Khamzat has a certain intensity about him. It seems like everything he does, the intensity knob is turned up to 11.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
He's just an absolute animal, non-stop in every way, striking, wrestling, conditioning. Apparently, you know, because all his fights are finished real quick.
Yeah.
So he's never had to show that side of things. But apparently his conditioning is like nothing you've ever seen as well.
Well, you see the training footage and you see the intensity that this guy pursues everything with. It makes sense.
He finishes people in a dominant fashion. He works harder than anyone else, even through sickness.
Well, you know what he did? He kept training. He kept training while he had COVID and he was hospitalized twice. He was on death's door.
Yeah,
man.
coughing up blood and
That
everything.
fucking dude would not stop training. That's how crazy he is.
He's prone to wild outbursts of energy and action.
kill everybody, I'm the champ, I'm the king, kill everybody.
And the best rulers and leaders in the world all have a profound amount of intensity and energy. Someone said of Alexander the Great, he had an excessive tolerance of fatigue coupled with a complete intolerance of slowness. How telling is it that you could say the exact same thing about Khamzat? So lesson 3 from Khamzat is turn up the intensity. Part of this is just having more energy. And there's a ton of health-related things you can do to increase your energy. That's a bit beyond the scope of this video or this channel, but I'll link to a bunch of videos that I've found really helpful to help increase your energy. But the other thing is that intensity is a habit, which you can develop by doing things in an intense way and taking note every time you do. And intensity of action will help you accomplish more, but people respect intensity for its own sake. That's why people love the most intense military members, the Navy SEALs, or why people love the most intense races like an Ironman. And one more thing that you'll notice about Khamzat's intensity is he doesn't turn it down for anyone. That's because Khamzat doesn't follow the rules of normal society. He lives by his own rules. He doesn't try to change himself to fit in, he just does what he believes is right in his heart. By not listening to normal society's rules, you demonstrate to others that you're not someone who can easily be controlled or coerced, and they'll think twice before trying that on you. Although Khamzat can be intimidating, he's not like that to everyone. There's a line, and if you cross it, you get scary Khamzat. But if you don't, he's chill. And that line represents his standards and values. In case it's not clear yet, this means that you must have genuine standards and values to stand up for. You have to figure out what you believe in, what you're willing to fight for. Then when someone breaks those values, you can call them out for it. You can be rightfully angry. But if you're just aggressive towards everyone, you're being a bully and no one will respect you. We respect those who live up to high standards. And although Khamzat has destroyed many grown men inside of the octagon, he also has a side to him that's kind and caring.
People think I don't respect the guys. Actually, it was a little bit hard to fight him because I see his kids, they come to me, you fight my daddy. I say, I don't need that. I don't want to fight with some daddy. I need some killer like me, kill somebody and don't care about that. I go to him, I said, I respect, brother, and you do it, sorry for punches, and we do that for our family and to have fun as well, yeah.
Which brings us to point number 6. Be willing to show respect when it's earned. Anyone who's always a bully won't be respected. But you don't want to go to the complete opposite and be a pushover. You have to be able to do both. If you can trust someone's praise, you can also trust their threats. It's like the Al Capone quote. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I'm kind to everyone, but when someone is unkind to me, weak is not what you're going to remember about me. So those are the 6 lessons from Khamzat. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.